Hi, I'm Shane from EnviroPath, and today we're here to look at the CMAR 2500 hot water pressure cleaning machine. Today we're just going to have a quick walk around and start with. So this is our machine, this is our cab. The cab slightly bigger than the old vehicle and definitely more comfortable to riding. At the front here we have our double-headed bell, but it's high pressure cleaning, hot water. Also underneath we've got a vacuum and we've got two spinner heads. So it'll help clean your concrete fast and efficiently. We also have a handbell on top to get into all those little hard places the machine can't get to. Around the side we have the driver's side door. We got our fuel tanks. We've got everything set up all the way around to the rear. But we also are able to use a reel and the lanskers to rinse off and blast gum. Okay, let's take a look in the cab and I'll show you how it operates and how it all runs. I'll show you what all the gauge is, mate. By starting the machine, you can see how easy it starts. Here we have the main CMAR screen. On here, we have our water tank level. We also have our fuel tank level for the burner. We also have our water pressure displayed on here, up to 280 bars. Hot water display here, how hot it gets is 65 degrees, plus the on and off button. We also have an array of different buttons we can press. Brightness, hour meter, main menu, faults, rear camera, and for the rear door. And then up on our window column up here, we have all the information for the driving of the vehicle. This is our main controller for the vehicle itself. This is where we can see our idle, our revs, whether we're in rabbit mode or tortoise mode, our hydraulic brakes. Also, it tells us whether our systems are on, our suction, our water pressure, and also our fuel and temperatures. And we can also see things such as the hours I'm looking for. The top one is my total hours, the bottom one is hydraulic hours. If you come over here to the middle pad and press this button here, the screen, you'll see it changes. Just so you change it till you get to the screen you need. This is our control panel that runs the little screen up on the dash. From here we can go into work mode or rabbit mode. Rabbit mode's driving on the road. When you're in tortoise mode, that's work mode, like in a little sweeper. That's just what you use to do the pressure cleaning in. Also, we can dial everything up from here. We have a vacuum switch, turns the vacuum on. Water pressure switch for the pressure cleaning. We also have a rev button here. This little engine helps bring the revs up to 2000 RPM, which is our set cleaning speed. This is our main joystick. From here we can go forwards, backwards. We can also adjust what our bell is doing, so we can go left, we can go right, we can also go down, and we can also go back up again. It's also got forwards, so then we can drive the vehicle forwards, but then you can also stop, bring it back to neutral, and then go into reverse. Before we start cleaning, we're going to do some pre-start checks. First thing we're going to do, we're going to take a look at the jets. We're going to check the angle, make sure the jets are clean and that they have their protections on them before we can start. First things first is we take this tool which sits on the dashboard and we put it up against the jet. You can see that they're correct. You got to check all 4 jets and just make sure you do have protection over the jets to stop some sandblastings. Once we've done that, we can walk around to the side of it here, where we're going to check our burner is good to go. This is our main burner unit. This is what ignites our flame. To get the heat, the vehicle runs at 60 degrees, which is more than enough to shoot gum and to clean pathways. We also have a pressure pump here and a filter. The filter needs to be cleaned every day. Whenever you finish the job, turn your filter. And then don't forget, after, you've got to also leave your pump. Now we're going to visually check that our tank is full. Here we can see it on this skier. We're going to make sure that we are in work mode. We do have signals here. Which one? You have the lance. You also have the bell. So down, we're going to the bell. We're just going to check that we've got a hose on board to fill up all around the road. Yes, we do. We're good to go. Also, every day, please clean out your filter. If you're using the hydrants, just to keep the sand from getting in the tank. Around here, you now take a look at our descaler pump. This is our descaler liquid. This is what we use to help stop the burners from getting a lot of scale in them. When they get a lot of scale in them, they get blocked up and they can burst. This will actually stop that from happening by continuously running through the service when the hot water is on. Always make sure that you keep that bottle full. Now that our pre-checks are done, let's start in and do a clean. Let's get out, let's get cleaning. Let's drive to our job site. Once we've arrived on our job site, we put our vehicle in neutral, handbrake on. Next, we're going to make sure that we're in tortoise mode, so we're ready to clean. Second, we need to make sure we've got our hydraulic system on. Hold it down until the lights come on. Now we're going to set up our RPM. Hold down the button till we get a look up here. We want to change this to 2000 RPM, which is our cleaning speed for vacuum and cleaning. Press the button down. First we need to turn our vacuum on, so we're pressing 1. It brings us up here. We can adjust this so we can have not so much suction or we can have a lot of suction. Press it again, it turns on. You hear it kick in. Once we've done that, we lower our bell down, we turn on our hot water, and we turn on our pressure pump for our water. Same again, you can adjust this now, how much pressure you want. Once it's set, hit go. Once we're finished for the day, we're ready to go home. We can turn our revs back down. Then we want to put ourselves back into rabbit mode. Lift up our bell for driving. And then we're going to turn the hydraulics off. Now we're ready to go. As you can see, we've got a desirable clean here. This is before and this is after. You can clearly see the difference. All the dirt has been picked up by the machine and been stored in the dirty hopper in the rear. Now we'll go and empty it and show you how much we sucked up in it. That's it for the training on the CMAR system, hot water recovery. If you'd like any more information, please contact us at viropath.com.au.